Welcome to Vista Ride, the channel where we take you on unforgettable journeys through history, architecture, and culture from around the world. Today, we're traveling to the southern tip of Africa, a land known for its wildlife, diversity, and incredible design innovation. Today, we visit one of South Africa's greatest treasures, Groot Constantia, the oldest wine estate in the country, founded in 1685 by Governor Simon van der Stel. Tucked away in the rolling hills of Cape Town, this magnificent estate is a shining example of Cape Dutch architecture, with whitewashed walls, grand gables, and endless vineyards stretching to the horizon. For centuries, Groot Constantia has produced wines so exquisite that they once graced the tables of European kings, queens, and even Napoleon Bonaparte himself. But beyond its wine, this place tells a deeper story, of South Africa's colonial roots, its craftsmanship, and its timeless beauty that still stands strong more than 300 years later. Welcome to Tuinhuis, Cape Town. We're in the heart of Cape Town, standing before one of South Africa's most important and elegant landmarks, Tuinhuis. Originally built in the 17th century, Tuinhuis began as a simple tool shed for the company's garden. But over time, it transformed into a stunning Cape Dutch-style mansion, serving as the official office of the President of South Africa. Its gleaming white walls, tall sash windows, and decorative gables tell stories of centuries past, from Dutch colonial times to the birth of democracy. It was here, in 1990, that Nelson Mandela met with President F.W. de Klerk, marking the beginning of South Africa's historic journey toward freedom. Tuinhuis isn't just a building, it's a symbol of transformation, standing tall as a bridge between the past and the present. Welcome to Koopmansdrift House, Cape Town. We're in the heart of Cape Town, stepping inside one of the city's most beautifully preserved treasures, the Koopmansdrift House. Built in the 18th century, this elegant Cape Dutch mansion once belonged to the influential Koopmans and de Wet families. Its walls have witnessed centuries of culture, refinement, and transformation. Walking through its grand wooden doors feels like stepping back in time, into rooms filled with original furniture, fine silver, antique china, and hand-carved details that reveal how the elite of early Cape Town once lived. But this house isn't just about beauty, it's a museum of memory, preserving the lifestyle, art, and craftsmanship of the old Cape. Each room tells a story of elegance, endurance, and heritage, making Koopmansdrift House a timeless window into South Africa's colonial past. The name, Rust en Vrede, means rest and joy, and that's exactly what this beautiful mansion was built for. Constructed in 1778, it originally served as the home of Willem Cornelis Boers, a senior official of the Dutch East India Company. As you walk through its grand front gates, you're immediately greeted by ornate ironwork, tall sash windows, and a perfectly symmetrical facade, hallmarks of the Dutch and Georgian styles that defined 18th-century Cape Town. Inside, every room tells a story, from polished wooden floors and carved staircases, to hand-painted ceilings and classic period furniture. Each detail reflects the wealth and elegance of the Cape's elite during the Dutch colonial era. Over the centuries, Rust en Vrede has seen many lives. It has been a private residence, a school, a parliament office, and today, it stands proudly as part of the Iziko Museums of South Africa, housing an incredible art collection and preserving the soul of its past. Framed picture. But beyond its beauty, Rust en Vrede is a quiet reminder of how Cape Town evolved, from a colonial outpost into a vibrant cultural capital. Its walls whisper the stories of ambition, art, and history that shaped South Africa's identity. Today, we visit one of South Africa's most legendary and luxurious estates, Vergelegen, located in Somerset West, just outside Cape Town. Founded in 1700 by Willem Adriaan van der Stel, the Dutch governor of the Cape, Vergelegen, meaning situated far away, truly lives up to its name. This estate blends over 3 centuries of history with breathtaking natural beauty. Its Cape Dutch-style manor house, surrounded by magnificent gardens and ancient oak trees, reflects both power and elegance. Some of these oak trees are over 300 years old, making them among the oldest living trees in the southern hemisphere. Over the centuries, Vergelegen has hosted royalty, world leaders, and artists, all drawn by its timeless charm and exquisite wines. Today, it's owned by Anglo-American and continues to be one of the most prestigious wine estates in South Africa, producing award-winning wines and offering visitors luxury tastings, museum tours, and fine dining experiences. But beyond its beauty, Vergelegen is also a symbol of preservation and rebirth, a place where history, art, and nature exist in perfect harmony. Today, we journey to the heart of South Africa's wine country, Franschhoek, home to the breathtaking Boskendel Manor House. Dating back to 1812, Boskendel is one of the oldest wine estates in the Cape Winelands. Its Cape Dutch architecture, with whitewashed walls, ornate gables, and thatched roofs, reflects the grace and craftsmanship of the early settlers. Once a working farm owned by French Huguenot descendants, Boskendel has grown into a world-famous estate known for its award-winning wines, lush orchards, and scenic beauty. Walking through the manor house feels like stepping back in time, with antique furniture, polished wooden floors, and wide verandas overlooking the Drakenstein Mountains. Today, Boskendel is more than just history, it's a living celebration of heritage, nature, and hospitality, where every corner tells a story that began over 2 centuries ago. Today, we stand before one of South Africa's most haunting and historically significant landmarks, the Old Slave Lodge in Cape Town. Built in 1679, this building once housed over 9,000 enslaved men, women, and children brought from Africa, India, and Indonesia by the Dutch East India Company. Behind its solid walls lies a story of pain, endurance, and the unbreakable human spirit. For nearly 180 years, it served as a place of confinement, but today, it stands as a museum of remembrance, dedicated to telling the stories of the enslaved who helped shape South Africa's culture and identity. Inside, the exhibits reveal the harsh realities of slavery, the rise of resistance, and the long journey toward freedom and equality. The Old Slave Lodge is more than a building, it is a voice for those who could not speak, a reminder of how far South Africa has come, and how history must never be forgotten. Today, we journey to the heart of Pretoria, where one grand Victorian mansion tells the story of a nation's turning point, Melrose House. Built in 1886 by wealthy businessman George Jesse Hayes, Melrose House is a masterpiece of Victorian architecture, featuring stained glass windows, carved wooden staircases, and ornate furniture imported from Europe. But its beauty hides a powerful piece of history, for it was inside these walls that the Treaty of Vereeniging was signed in 1902, officially ending the Second Anglo-Boer War. This event marked the beginning of a new era for South Africa. Today, Melrose House stands as a museum, preserving the lifestyle, luxury, and legacy of the 19th century. Walking through its rooms feels like stepping back in time, into the elegance and political drama of a century gone by. Melrose House is not just a building, it's a time capsule of history, courage, and change. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned to Vista Ride, where every ride tells a story.